Hi, welcome to this episode of Dark Horse Matters with Bev. Here, many people from all walks of life can come to share their story about their ambitions and their goals, and just their grit to follow their dreams and their passions in life. Many of the guests I have on this show are entrepreneurs, business owners, creative people, or just passionate people who want to make a difference in the world. Okay, and today, I have a very special guest that I want to introduce you to. We met randomly on a Facebook group called Asian Hustle Network. It's such an amazing community on that group. I'm very guilty of scrolling for a lot of time, a long time, just reading everybody's goals and dreams. It's very inspiring. And that's how we met just randomly and became friends through that group. And now he's here on my show, and I'm very excited to introduce you to him because he is such a young person. He's not even graduated from high school yet, and he's already making such a huge impact in the community and taking the initiative and the time to learn the communication skills that we as humans need to learn. And I wish that I learned those kind of skills at his age. All I cared about at his age was playing guitar and having fun. But I know that we are going to see great things from this young man. So, without further ado, I'd like to introduce you to Justin Tran.
Hi everyone. I'm Justin. I'm 17 years old, residing in San Gabriel, California. I'm a senior in high school in the San Gabriel Valley. I have an older sister, which she graduated from college. Now she's an IT technician. My mom was an immigrant from Vietnam. She came here 25 years ago, and now we're living a better life. And through all the life's challenges and adversity, like we try to work hard and live day by day.
Is it just you, her, and your mom?
Oh yeah, and I live with my grandma, my mom, and my
Oh,
sister lives somewhere else.
okay. At your age, you said you're 17 years old, right?
Mhm.
Um, I'm just so impressed with your mindset and, the way you just move forward with such passion. Um, where does this drive come from? And how did this manifest into your belief systems in
I
life?
think the drive came from my tenacity to always have room for growth. My dad had abandoned me when I was 1 years old, so growing up in the single parent environment is hard. Going through a lot of financial struggles, like mentally and physically, it's emotional and there's a lot of internal pain. But that drive comes from coming from nothing and building myself up through life's challenges. Every day I have to take bold risks and get from point A to point B. And with that in mind, there's everyone goes through a different walk of life. But my walk of life is a lot of people say it's an inspiring narrative where I try to become my best self and always have confidence in what I do and never look past my past, but also move forward in life where I can make impact in other people's lives.
That's great. I can relate a little bit because I'm a single mom. And
Mhm.
I know how hard it is to, and I have two kids as well. It's not easy to, be working so much trying to survive, and you have to take care of these young people. It's not easy, but I really admire you for, just not being a victim, and just wanting to do great for your family. So I really really appreciate that. Um, so can you tell us a little bit? Can you share with us a little bit about some of the struggles you've gone through? Like anything specific that created this belief system for the mindset of wanting to just get ahead and just be on top of life. You're so young, like you have so much time ahead of you. But can you share with us a little bit any specific struggles that
I think
you
the struggles is that in second through middle school and eighth grade, I was put in a special education class that the school system thought that I had a learning disability. And I overcame that learning disability. I didn't see that I had a learning disability because sometimes I would struggle during classes, but I overcame that and always be an original person, be an open-minded person that I worked hard and I overcame that struggle to become better. And, going through having a disability, it doesn't affect me in any way because life's journey is like you have to overcome challenges, you have to take bold risks, and you have to push yourself harder to achieve something even bigger. And that's what I did. It's like and I'm in all general ed classes. I didn't take any APs or honors classes, but I still um, become the best self of who I can to inspire others. And people say when you have a disability, people think negative. They have so much insecurities about who you are as a person, but I don't take that into my heart because I know how I can perceive to persevere and be resilient.
Right. Um, I think that's so powerful because a lot of times, and even just being from a different country, like the guest that I had previously from you, he was talking about one of his students, and he's from China, but the teachers treated him like he had a disability, or like that he wasn't. They did, and really, it's just he wasn't from the same country. That's it. And I think it's very, very great that you don't let it take over your mind and be I think that one of the biggest setbacks that people can have is just taking everything personal, right? um so have you, like, you're a senior in high school now, right?
Oh, yes, I am. We're
Okay.
graduating in 3.5 months.
Are you have you identified at all like what you're passionate about, like what you want to do, like what do you want to major in college, or any ideas of what you want to pursue?
I was thinking business because business is so broad, but I already know I know all the business skills and I have all the I already have that entrepreneur mindset, but I want to do something that I'm really passionate about giving to others and making a difference in today's bleak society. So I want to major in public administration and with a minor in political science, where I want to get into Congress in the future, work in office, because there's not a lot of API members in the community who can represent the Asian community, and we need more of that leadership, but also inspire others to, especially the Asian community, to work in politics. And that's where I fit in the most because, taking on a lot of leadership roles and being really open minded and determined in what I do led me for because I have a lot of mentors and friends and advocates in my life just telling me, Justin, like, you'll become a CEO in your early 20s. You'll have a really big fantasy in what you do, but also giving to others is most of the powerful things I can see. Coming from nothing. I don't look at myself as like, no, Justin came from nothing and I'll be stuck in the same place forever. No, like I want to build up my milestone. Like I'm the force that will be reckoned with.
You know what I think is really great about you also is that um you're not like stuck in your own little comfort zone. Like you are are so great about just reaching out and making friends and building this network of people that can really help you in the future. People always want to nurture young people with great outlooks in life. Like, and I see you on social media. I'm following you on Instagram and LinkedIn, and I just I see you building a really strong network of people that I know that um, is going to just be very positive for you in the future. So I wanted to ask you because on social media, I always see these posts that you do about with this person who is a politician, right? I see on social media about you posting about managing a political campaign for someone. So I can you tell us a little bit about who this woman is? I think it's so impressive that you're managing a political campaign at your age. But can you tell us a little bit about who this woman is? How did you meet her? And why do you believe that she can make a difference in the community and impact in our community and in the government?
Also, I met Lily Zhao through Asian Hustle Network as well. What a
Oh, cool.
Coincidence. So she private messaged me saying, Justin, can you be my campaign manager slash director to manage my campaign? Because I'm running for the California US Senator, so which is Kamala Harris seat, which she's running for. And so she is an entrepreneur, a healthcare worker, but also she's really dedicated and passionate about helping others in the community. She resides in San Diego, La Jolla area, and so her story is that she immigrated here from China at age 17, coming with nothing, wasn't fluent in English, didn't have any money. She had to take care of her parents at age 15. So she was the caregiver of her parents at age 15. So she went through a lot of sacrifice throughout her life. And so in her early 20s, she opened up 3 consulting companies in San Diego where it benefit her college students to work. You work from learning, not undoing, not from listening. So and then she sold her 3 consulting companies in her late 20s, and so now she's a tax strategist, a real estate broker, a college professor at San Diego State University, teaching MBA students on global business. And she's also she volunteers at the Elderly Senior Center every day in the morning. And now she ran for San Diego District 1 San Diego Council last year, but she was 3,167 votes short without any without a team, without door-to-door marketing, without anything, with and funding too. And now she didn't make it, but she dreamed big and took initiative that I want to do something for my community. So that's why she ran for the California US State Senator, but she can make a difference by dreaming big and also not letting people feeling insecure about who she is as a person, because she grew up really poor and seeing her sacrifice, which resonates to of my story and my life. We have that connection and bonding that we're not just doing this for a purpose and a meaning and helping others become their best self, but also changing policies, changing the environment and this bleak society where we want to empower youth and we want to educate the youth on education reform. The education system is really broken these days. The school system teaches you how to live under a mortgage. It doesn't teach you how to live on paycheck by paycheck. And then also tax cuts, on a 10% flat tax plan, because like more Americans are being taxed out. um, if you're making over $100,000, you're being taxed out 40% of your annual salary. And so, we serve for people. We want, and our love and message is like we want to spread love. We want to spread compassion, harmony, and creating a beautiful society where we all can be a united community together, stand together. There's just so much dividance through everything that's going on, and all the incidents and traumatic um, life experience that people go through. But we want to tell people we're here for you, and that's what we seek to build upon a community where they can have the support and the love.
Right. I think that's so powerful. And she sounds like an amazing person. Her name is Lily Zhao.
Yes.
Zhao, is that you pronounce her last name? I think that is so cool that you guys met on Asian Hustle Network too. And I just think it's so cool and very powerful and important to have someone representing the Asian community here in America. That's super important. Like I feel like we're underrepresented, you know. So I just think it's very powerful, and I love that she reached out to you, a young person, because
Mhm.
the young people are the people that's going to be out there in the community, and in the workforce, and all the new business owners. They're all, and I see um so many good things with this new generation, this Gen Zs. You guys are amazing, like all the people of your generation, especially during COVID and quarantine. I just seen so many positive things come through from the kids that who had just graduated, even just people that I've met, and I hear a lot of them just jumping right into entrepreneurship, and I just find that very, very inspiring. And I good for you. I really thank you for just jumping in and helping her, because I think she sounds like a very amazing person, and she could really be a force in the community. So uh, I wanted to ask you, Justin, like, where do you see yourself, like, if you were to, because you're 17, where do you see yourself in 5 years? Like, someone of my age, 5 years sounds like a long time, but for you, that's like, what, 22 years old you're going to be. Like, have you ever thought about what you would be doing in 5 years? Where do you see yourself?
5 years, I'll see myself probably owning some businesses or having a partnership in the business or working in government relations or something big where I can, be a manager. That's what I see myself when people tell me, Justin, you'll be a manager in your early 20s or a CEO. And I think I can be, but it's just the passion in me and that drive in me, the motivation, that confidence will get me far. And so I'm not worried about my life through the next few years because, after I graduate college, and I'll probably be graduating college by age 22. So by then, I'll have a stable job. But more, I want to work in the federal level, the government level, or the state level.
Do you know what colleges, if you applied already, like, where do you see yourself going to college?
I'm still waiting for Cal Poly Pomona or Cal State
Okay.
Fullerton. I'm majoring in public administration or
Okay.
political science.
um what about, by the time you're my age, I'm 42 years old. Like, that must sound like eons to you. But, like, what do you see yourself doing in that time? Like, I mean, I guess it's kind of hard to project your mind that far in the future, but for someone like you, I see yourself actually thinking about stuff like that. So, have you thought about it?
Mm, I think I see myself in my 40s probably, running as high leadership positions in office, especially in the White House, because there's so much positions in there. But you don't need to have a political science degree or any law degree just to have that position. It's all about having that momentum of thriving and wanting that position badly by, for me at a young age, impacting others to become their best self, inspiring others, but also creating a movement of youths because they're the change of tomorrow and they're the future of tomorrow. And so that would get me far because, I might probably have some nonprofit organizations by then. I'm part of some nonprofit organizations. And, by then when I'm 18, I'll probably um, engage more in the community to grow the organizations.
Yeah. And you know what? Like, I don't see that being a problem for you, because you're so outgoing and you connect with people very easily. So I see that being not a very difficult thing for you to do at all. So I just wanted to ask you about entrepreneurship. I know you have that mindset already. Like, with entrepreneurship, like, I believe that being a business owner, like, takes a lot of courage, because you have to believe in yourself, like, and a lot of people, when you're an entrepreneur, like, a lot of people, they don't agree with what you're doing. A lot of times people will come and try to stand in your way, or tell you not, or tell you to quit, you know what I mean? Like, um I just think that you have the heart and the influence, like, you, I don't see that being a problem for you to have the heart and the influence over other people. um as far as, like, business, like, do you have any, I know you want to go into the government, and but do you ever see yourself, like, I don't know, being managing a big team of people?
Yes, I do. I already do manage a big team for the political campaign and other organizations too. And so, you know, people say like entrepreneurship, it's so hard. It takes a lot of courage and sacrifice and a lot of investments, but it really doesn't. And if you have that growth mindset in you to like keep on wanting to move forward in life, and it takes patience, a lot of persistence, and
Mhm.
consistency to build up that relationship with people, build up your business. It doesn't take one day. It takes, years and months to get leads, get customers. With my business, as a couple of months ago, I opened up my banana bread business. Banana bread business, and I opened for like 4 months selling banana bread, and that was kind of tough in the beginning. But after the 3 months, I had more customers, more leads, and I started gaining profit. But I have to take like 10 to 15% of my profit, put it aside to invest more in products and ingredients. And it's all about investing and putting money on the side. You don't want to overspend and not spend money, because and yet have a good set budget. And
Man, that's really important. I'm so glad that you have that experience with already. Like you have your own little business that you're doing, because it gets good practice, like at your age, a lot of people, they don't even think about budgeting. You know what I mean? I didn't even think about budgeting until recently. Like I think that's really amazing that, and I don't give up, just keep doing it. And I've seen your pictures of your banana bread on Instagram, and it makes my mouth water. Like I want to taste it very badly. Can you send it to the East Coast?
maybe if I
Before it goes bad over the So I guess my last question for you is, if money was not a problem and you had like a bottomless pit of cash, like what would you choose to do with it? Like what, like just, no limits. Like what kind of impact do you see yourself creating for yourself, your community, any personal things that you would do with wealth if it wasn't even an issue? Like with that kind of wealth, like what would you choose to do with it?
I would open up companies to create more job for people, donate to charities, especially people who have cancer, or foster children, orphanage, because they don't have any family besides it. They don't have any income. They're like living in a foster home with nothing. And it's really devastating seeing them suffer. As me, growing up with nothing, I, I don't ask. I never ask for stuff. I never ask for money. I never ask for clothes. But I work hard for what I earn. I work at age 14 and building up my career through then. My first job was in hospitality. Then I moved up to marketing and sales and working with these nonprofit organizations and businesses. It takes a lot of courage and sacrifice, but in the end, it pays off, because with the amount of wealth I have, I don't want to be selfish. That I don't want to own a luxurious car, or have a nice house, or have nice clothes. I want to give to people who are in desperate need.
You know, that is so beautiful that you're so generous like that. But I just want to tell you that when you achieve that kind of success, it's okay to treat yourself too. It's okay to have a nice car if you earned it. And it's okay to live in a nice house and treat your family to what they deserve. So don't forget that either. Okay. Like, cause I think it's just so beautiful that you're so generous. You have that giving mentality. And because you have that, you will get things in return. That's just the way the world works, with the cosmos. So I just want to thank you so much for coming and sharing your story. I think that we're going to see a lot of great things from you, because you have such a fresh outlook and you're not afraid. And that's probably what I admire about you the most. At your age, you just seem fearless, and that is just an incredible, powerful thing to have as a 17-year-old. So thank you so much, Justin. I really appreciate you meeting with me today. And I just, encourage people to follow his story. If you want to follow him on Instagram, I will drop the links so you can check him out, and make sure you follow the campaign, the political campaign as well. Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Bev, for everything.